let's talk about the Chauvet DJ Wash FX2. So I really haven't had these for a super long time. A buddy of mine had these and used them quite a bit, and I thought I'd get some. Normally when it comes to a wash light, I do prefer wash lights to have a cob LED because it just seems like they get, you know, a nicer even wash that's really wide, usually about 60 degrees. And these have regular LEDs in them that tend to be a little bit more beamy, but they do a good job of kind of arcing the light to kind of help spread everything out. I'm not sure if I'm going to see if I can kind of show you the color wash maybe a little bit, maybe not. I don't know, it does a good job of evenly filling the wall. I mean, it might not be 60 degrees like a cob LED would be, but price-wise it's way cheaper, so I do like it. And it is kind of cool because if you are using it for a wash light, you can, you know, do different programs. I don't know if I have that on sound or auto. Guessing it's on auto. But it's kind of cool. It gives a little bit better visual than, you know, just having a par can. You know, so I plan on using these for both wash lights for DJing, and I plan on using them. I've actually got a few of them laid out on the table over here next to me because I'm programming a light show. I'm doing sound for a band at a fair, and these are going to be the main wash light up behind the band. Eventually I'd like to get a few more, and I think I'm going to use them as front lights, front washes as well. I've thought about getting, forget the model, but they make like a 100-watt cob LED that's got warm white, and I was thinking about buying those for front lights, but it's so tough to want to spend, you know, $400 a light for front lights when you can get these, you know, 2 of these for the price of 1 of those. And these stand up, you know, you can, I've got here, I'll maybe spin the camera really fast here, try not to get anybody motion sickness. But I do like using stands like these on top of like speaker stacks if I'm doing sound for a band, and I've got, you know, it's 2 dual 18s on each side, and you know, maybe 2 dual 15 tops. I can put those on the tops and just kind of point them down, and that eliminates having a you know, having to put a truss all the way across the front just to put a couple of front wash lights on it. So these will work pretty nice on a stand like that, being able to just point them down. Of course, tighten the screws. The one thing I will say that is a negative on this, I'm hoping it's not, I shouldn't have shut it off, I'm hoping it's not a common issue. You know, I don't remember if I did a review of them or not, but the American DJ Dots Par, I think is what they were. They've got the 30-watt cob LED. I bought a bunch of those because I used to really like using them for front lights, but they just chronically had the LEDs go out, just one color. And I had a lot of them. They'd always turn purple. But let me try to put this into one color and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay. Let me change the color. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be way too bright for the camera or not. It probably is. But do you see? Maybe I should do a different color. I know, I totally planned on doing this in advance. This one might be a little easier to see. Oh, maybe not. Can you see that this one's green? Maybe. All the other ones are blue. This one's green. One of the LEDs is out, which would be the blue, because I have blue on right now. Anyways, I sold 2 of these to one of my buddies. A lot of my reviews are going to be Chauvet lighting reviews because we're Chauvet dealers. I sold 2 of these to one of my buddies, and right out of the box, one of the corner LEDs was one of the colors was out on it. So luckily, you know, Chauvet's got a really good warranty, 30-day DOA. If something's wrong with your light within 30 days, they'll just ship you a new one, ship one back, or actually you're supposed to give the light back to the dealer to verify it's a legit purchase or a legit warranty claim. And then the dealer's supposed to swap it out for you. This one, pretty sure it's outside of the 30 days now. I have not had this very long though, but definitely kind of sucks. You know, he's got 4, I've got 4. We've each had a dead one now. To me, that ratio is a little high. You know, having one dead one among state lights, not too big of an issue. Now having 2 with a dead color, you know, that's getting a little iffy. If I see one more die, you know, I might have to throw this in the I do not recommend category because it just doesn't have the reliability. It's not there yet, but it's teetering. I do plan on buying more. I'd probably like to get another 4 for our inventory. That way we have about 8 of them. Because it is a good wash light, but if I have 8 and I start to see another one have a color go out and maybe a third one have a color go out, and that's going to be the tipping point for me where I'm just going to wind up saying don't buy. But right now, I'm just going to say buy at your own risk. I've seen 2 out of 8 have a bad color. Maybe we just got some bad luck. Maybe there's a bad batch. I am going to hope it gets better. But light-wise, surprisingly good wash. Let's hope the reliability holds up. I do really like that they do, you know, IEC in and then just a standard outlet on the back for light, plugging another light in. You don't have to buy the weird jumper cords. I've got so many different lengths of weird jumper cords. I hate them. I plan on selling them all. If I could add one thing to this light, I do wish it had the USB wireless, because kind of what I want to do for band lights on just a, you know, keep in mind this is we're bar show, we're playing to maybe 150, 200 people setup. This isn't the elaborate setup. This is where we're going out and doing sound for a band for like $600. I would like to have, I'm actually just became a K&M dealer, so we're going to start buying the flat-based K&M light stands. And what I'd like to do is have like one of these on one of those flat-based light stands, you know, pointing down for wash light going out to the crowd, and then underneath I'd like to have the dual Intimidator moving head. I think it's the 155 Duo. And just have 4 of those in the back. But what would be awesome is if this had the wireless USB, and then I could just, you know, daisy chain the DMX into the moving head below it. Unfortunately, this doesn't have the USB, either does the moving head that I want to buy, so that kind of sucks. Like, I'm always looking for an easier way to do setup, and if I could just do wireless DMX with the USB little thumb drive looking thing that they've got for some of the lights into the back of this, and then, you know, XLR into the bottom one, that would be kick-ass. But for the time being, I guess I'll just go wired and have to run more cords. I'll probably do one wireless receiver on the back side and then just daisy chain them all, I guess. But one can hope. Maybe Wash FX2, better LEDs, and a USB, and that would make me happy. Other than that, I don't know what else to say about it. It's a good light. It's got a pretty good spread. I don't know if they say what the actual spread is. I think it might just say what each UV is, or what each light is. So this is quad LED. It's got UV and then RGB. I would like, it'd be awesome if they'd make the next one hex. But, you know, the one iffy thing about when you go hex is a lot of times each color isn't a watt anymore. They start to go, you know, everything's rated as you know, if you've got I don't know if these are 4 watts. I really should have looked this up before I made the video. But that's the thing. This is a review. I'm not giving an overview. I'm not reading you the manual. But anyways, a lot of times if if it's a 10 watt LED and it's, 5 colors in it, divide that 10 by 5, it's 2 watts of color. And, so sometimes you get into the hex LEDs and the per color wattage winds up not being very high. So if you're just doing a blue isn't as bright as it would be in like a tri LED. So that's one thing to think about. As long as I can get somewhat of a nice warm white off of this for front lights, which I usually can out of an RGB, I'll be happy. Haven't used it for front wash for a band yet, so I cannot give, 100% definitive. If I put one of these on each side and shoot the band with it, I'm going to get a nice full stage wash. If you saw the lights over here, I'm going to move you again. Try not to make you too motion sick. Sorry about that. This is what I currently use for front lights for a band. So I mean, this is way more heavy duty than this is. I've got 6 30 watt cob LEDs in here, and obviously barn doors are nice. This is an American DJ Dots Flood. Very bright, very nice. I own 4 of these. One of them, green, does not turn off on one of these. Just everybody's got LED lighting problems. But I was a little disappointed. This light actually got discontinued pretty fast. I don't think anybody was really buying it. But perfect light for front lights of a band or as a crowd blinder. But we're not doing a review on this light. But I'm just saying, I don't know if this will be a good replacement for this big guy or not. Time will tell. That one is a little too bright. But if you're doing a big national show, and you've got the lights way up high, I use 4 of these 4 of those will light up a 40-foot wide stage. Nicely. Nice, nice even color throughout the whole thing. 4 of these, probably not, but this is definitely for a smaller setup. So anyways, if you have any questions about this guy right here, feel free to throw it down in the comments section. As of right now, I do recommend this light for a wash light. For DJs dancing. I mean, I used 4 of these in a full-size school gym, and it lit the entire gym up with color. Like, these are very bright, very good wash light. They're not as beamy as you're gonna get out of, like, say just a 1 meter bar light. Like I had the Blizzard. Geez, I don't remember what they were, but each color was its own LED. They were older, but man, those were just so, like, there was no beam spread at all, no wash. It was like, if you are in the path of that light bar, it is blinding you because it is bright and it is shooting at you with maybe a 15-degree beam angle. These ones are definitely a little wider. I wouldn't say 60 degrees, I'm gonna guess 45, 50-degree wide spread on this thing. But that's just spitballing, I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, like I said, I do recommend it. Reliability, we'll come back to that after some time. Maybe once these have been kicking around the shop for a year, I get 4 more of them. Might do an updated review just to touch on the reliability factor. Right now, reliability is slightly in question, but I still recommend it. Any questions, throw it down in the comments section. Until next time, have a good day.